I want to lay out how crazy things have gotten, how far things have gotten, simply by departing from Genesis 1, male and female. He created them. Now, we hear a lot about different sexual orientations and gay and lesbian and bisexual, different sexual orientations. There is an article on Huffington Post by the editor of Gay Voices on Huffington Post called "There's a Lot More Out There Beyond Hetero, Homo, and Bi." Actually, that's the subtitle. The title is "What's a Scoliosexual?" I'm not making this up. What's a scoliosexual? So he gives a list of different sexual orientations. You've got asexual, you've got aromantic, you've got gray sexual, you've got demisexual, demiromantic, lithromantic, pansexual, polysexual, panromantic, scoliosexual, and then you've got zucchini. I'm not making it up. Look up the article, what's a scoliosexual? Zucchini, the name for a partner who is involved in a queer platonic relationship, as in, he's my zucchini. Okay, it gets crazier still. Every few seconds, just pause and say to yourself, he's not making this up. Now we'll talk about gender identity. Wisconsin high school to unveil gender-neutral homecoming court. They're going to drop the titles king and queen. No longer homecoming king, no longer homecoming queen. Instead, the top voters at Madison West High School in Wisconsin will be able to choose their titles. The gender-neutral term students suggested is regent royalty. And according to Arwen Sadler, 16, a junior with a non-binary gender identity, so a neither male nor female gender identity or something that just doesn't fit in there, a member of the school's Gender Sexuality Alliance, the change is extremely validating. I am holding in my hands, let's see, it's pretty thick here. Let me get it all. I'm holding in my hands Opening Doors, a guide to good practice and countering gender stereotyping in schools. It is a publication of the Institute of Physics, October 2015. Here are some things that are not okay to say. Not okay because of gender stereotyping. He is not very good at sewing. Can't say that, but what if he is not good at sewing? Most boys are not can't say that. Men need clear boundaries. Can't say that because that's gender stereotyping. Man up. Come on, man up. You cannot say that. Not okay. He looks smart in his uniform. He looks smart in his uniform. Can't say that. Not okay. And you're going to have gender policing to make sure people conform. I need 2 strong boys to help me with this laptop trolley. That is gender stereotyping. How dare you assume that boys are stronger than girls? How dare you validate the idea that the world's strongest people are men, not women? How dare you validate the idea that bone structure and physical capability of a boy is different than that of a girl? How dare you validate that? That is the binary, the binding binary, the deadly binary that we must overcome and smash and destroy. And we got to do it in our schools. Male students are outnumbered by female students at most universities. Can't say that. But it's the fact there are more women at our universities than men. Can't say that because that's dividing people into men and women. I'm not making it up. It goes further than that. This is from nonbinary.org. Here is a list of specific kinds of multi-gender identities. What is multi-gender? It's an umbrella term, but may also be used as a specific gender identity. Multi-gender, and I don't have to apologize for having a hard time pronouncing some of these because it's weird. Multi-gender identities all fall under the non-binary and transgender umbrellas. I'm not going to read the definitions. Maybe here and there I will. I'm just going to read you the names. Transgender people have created many words for specific kinds of multi-gender identities. This is what happens when you deny the fact that you have men and women in the world. You may have some with biological abnormalities, but it's just that. It's an abnormality. It's a handicap. It's something wrong. And you've got people that are really confused in their minds and people who struggle and people who just think whatever I think is just fine. and it can change by the moment, and society has to embrace it. Otherwise, they are discriminatory. So here's some of the list. Are you ready? List of specific kinds of multi-gender identities: ambigender, bigender, blur gender, col gender, conflict gender, cosmic gender, Christogender, delicia gender, duragender, demiflux, dom gender, fist gender, gemel gender, gender cluster, gender fluid. Here, gender fluid. It's a gender identity that changes from one time to the next. For example, a gender fluid person could be both a boy and a girl one day and then genderless the next. Yeah, you better all say it. Let's all say it together. I'm not making this up. Gender C, gender fuzz, gender fractal, gender spiral, gender swirl, gender vex, gyrogender, librogender, oligogender, pangender, polygender, trigender. Yeah, I may be mispronouncing a few of those, but I don't apologize.